Welcome to day 3 of our 12-day appreciation challenge. Today's word is progress. Progress is an indication of movement from one point to another. And one of the most Welcome to day 3 of our 12-day appreciation challenge. Today's word is progress. Progress is an indication of movement from one point to another. And one of the most common ways that we can understand progress is if we were to observe the healing of a wound, for example. When a wound occurs, it is at its worst. And over time, through the body's natural healing ability, we can see movement, progress with the healing of that wound. What is so important to understand about the nature of that type of progress is that there is no thought, no effort, no requirements involved other than to maintain the proper environment, the proper conditions for healing to take place. In other words, we don't want conditions that are in opposition to allowing for the healing to occur. Once we've established proper conditions, we can truly just become the observer and watch over time how the wound heals back to its optimum health once more. Another example of progress would be with, for example, a musician, a classical guitarist, let's say, who wants to develop not only their understanding of music theory, but also in the application of the movements of their fingers in both hands. The movements are up and down the neck of the guitar, as well as the movement of the hand who is playing the picking or the strumming. And with classical music, it is always important to develop the understanding of meter, in other words, the timing in which a particular piece of music is played. And as a musician develops the dexterity to accomplish that, they are able to measure their progress. They can measure from the point they began to study a certain piece or from the point they began to study the instrument itself to a later date where they are able to recognize that they are not only more flexible, they're able to demonstrate greater speed, greater agility, and to achieve more complex pieces of music. And lastly, a way that I want to include in this talk for today is this idea of personal growth, the progress of our own maturity. What that represents is from, again, a period of time, whether you go back a day, a week, a month, a year, a decade. The idea is that we can identify the ways that we've changed over time. Now, progress implies a forward movement or a movement for the better. And by better, that is strictly an internal evaluation. Better is something that you and you alone really get to decide when it comes to personal growth. You are the one who says, yes, I have matured. Yes, I have come to a deeper understanding of myself and my relationship to the world. So these are just some examples for you to consider as you incorporate your understanding of progress into your day. Take some time to reflect on it. Take some time to acknowledge your own progress. And the way that you can tie this attribute back into the understanding of how it supports and enhances your appreciation is that when you recognize progress and you see movement, there is a depth of satisfaction to that. And if you realize what appreciation is it really is truly that feeling of contentment or satisfaction that is expressed. So I want to thank you so very much for joining me in this segment today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow in day 4, where our word of the day will be rejuvenation. Take care, everybody.